Oh, when you think of opera, you tend to think serious, right? The opera we're talking about today, it's not really like that.
It's one of Verdi's greatest works, Falstaff, and it's guaranteed to make you laugh.
Joining us from the performance by Opera Omaha director Allegra Libinati and Taylor Staten, who plays Fenton. Good to see both of you.
Welcome.
Well, you guys, welcome to Omaha. You guys are first timers for Opera Omaha, right?
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of background on you, Allegra.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm originally from New York City, and it's my first time working at Opera Omaha, and it's just been an incredibly supportive experience. I mean, Roger Weiss is just an amazing curator and brought us down here, and we're having a great time.
How about you, Taylor?
I just moved to Omaha, in fact, 3 years ago. My wife is from here. I'm from Ohio originally,
Really?
and we've been here for 3 years, live in Dundee. Yeah.
You live here?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. A little late. I mean, you've been here for 3 years.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
Yeah, an Omaha guy. On to the performance. I am not familiar with this opera. Can you tell us about the plot of the show?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So Falstaff, who is one of Shakespeare's great creations of a character, he is as rascally as they come. He's sort of a man that embodies all the different vices of the world, and he's does everything out of self-indulgence. And so he decides that he's going to woo two of the most prominent women in the town with the same letter, in order to seduce them and win them over and get their money, essentially. But two married women. So these two women get these two women get these letters, as you do, and he thinks, of course they would fall madly in love with me. He's also he's a very famous glutton. He's a famous womanizer. He's a famous arrogant. Every vice you could imagine, full of self-love. Yet you can't help but, and also incredibly intelligent, so you can't help but be kind of, taken by his character, and yet also completely repulsed. Right. So these two women get these letters, they confide with each other, they say, what the heck is going on? And he kind of meets his match in this tribe of women that then turn the tides on him in a giant ruse that ends up with a huge sort of carnival party on the beach where they're trying to get him to see his evil ways, and they just can't.
It sounds funny.
It kind of ends up in a great big celebration.
Most men can't handle one woman, let alone trying to get two.
Try to woo two. But Taylor, how does Fenton, your character, fit into all this?
Fenton's sort of, he and Nanette, sung by Rachel Gilmore, they're both sort of the release for the audience, All this sort of nonsense and chaos is going on, and then we sort of appear out of nowhere and have these sort of beautiful love duets, and it gives the audience sort of a break. So that's sort of all we do, which is actually kind of nice.
Now, a comical opera has to be pretty fun. What's your favorite part of this production, or being involved in the production?
Oh, do you want to go?
I mean, I think it's the creative process, trying to find those little eccentricities about each character and getting to know our colleagues during the rehearsal process and being able to play off of one another. That's really the most fun and exciting thing that I get, for sure.
Now, I have a talented man sitting next to me. He's a musician, and you had experience with this, right?
I played in the children's chorus when I was in 6th grade, right? I did a whole season of Opera Omaha, and Falstaff was one of the operas that we were in. I've got a picture right there. I was backstage. I was in the children's choir, and one of the local performers was back there with us. And so Falstaff, it's got a dear place in my heart, right? Because and I didn't really understand the story when I was younger, but as I came to grow older, I learned more about the story.
That guy?
Gary.
I feel like you just made that name up. Gary, you know Gary.
You know him, actually. I'll tell you who he is later.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get into that later. But
what's the crowd reaction to this performance when they're out in the crowd?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just it was written at the end of Verdi's life. He was one of his last opera. He had a huge love of Shakespeare, and you can feel that there's this like surge of energy and sort of like musical scherzo, and it just sort of goes like a like a racehorse, and it's so funny, and all of the dialogue is in the music. Do you know? It's like the combination of the dialogue and the music is so interwoven. So it has been so much fun to watch the performers and the music and the libretto all come together in such a profound way that's this intersection of Shakespeare and music. So I think it's one of those rare pieces that has that kind of powerful energy of that, synergy.
It does.
Now, I love when Opera Omaha does this. They want, the audience to know as much about the production before they see it. So there are free opportunities to learn more about Falstaff. When is that?
Yes, Friday.
Okay.
Midday music.
Midday music.
Okay.
Yes, you can, at Opera Omaha, they'll be talking about the piece there at the offices, so you can learn more about it there. And then the 9th and the 11th.
Yeah, very simply, operaomaha.org. That's a place where you can start to get more information. Tickets are available still. There are some tickets available.
And I saw they're selling fast.
Yeah, they are going. So it's Friday, February 9th, and then Sunday, February 11th. There's 2 performances, 2 opportunities to see Falstaff. Or you go to ticketomaha.com for more ticket information. Guys, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for getting up and coming here for our interview. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and good luck with the performances.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
very
you.